Welcome to Book Solid, the home service growth podcast. Helping service businesses capture more calls, respond faster to leads, and turn more opportunities into book jobs.
Quick story to start. A tech snaps 3 photos, sends a 1-line message, and the homeowner approves a $450 follow-up before the truck's even cold. How? Because the tech captured exactly what mattered and made the next step effortless. Today, I'll show you the 90-second 3-photo ritual that makes that kind of booking routine, not luck. A real quote from that tech. I took 3 quick photos and the customer approved a $450 follow-up before I left. Short, human. It reminds us that this isn't theory, it's field tested. Let that sink in for a second. 3 photos, 90 seconds, immediate buy-in. Why this matters? Undocumented scope and slow estimates leak revenue. You know this. You've seen dispatch notes like leaking issue or possible valve, and then 24 or 48 hours later a customer goes quiet. That gap is where competitors and doubts swoop in. The fix is simple. Capture scope on the spot and make the next step frictionless. Here's the core idea, the 90-second 3-photo ritual. Do it on qualifying jobs, not every sensitive call, but most diagnostic or repair visits. The 3 shots are 1 tight problem close-up, 1 context or wide shot that shows surrounding plumbing or equipment, and 1 asset ID or location marker, a label, serial plate, or a clear view of where that component sits in the house. Do that reliably, and you remove ambiguity for whoever writes the estimate or schedules the follow-up. Photo checklist. Exact angles and framing so your team doesn't guess. For the problem close-up, frame the issue to fill about 60-70% of the frame, straight on when possible, and focus on the problem detail. For the context shot, step back 2 to 4 feet, include surrounding pipes, fixtures, or access panels so a remote estimator understands location constraints. For the asset ID, zoom in on the serial plate, sticker or location marker, or take a wide shot showing the asset plus a homeowner-facing marker like the street side address visible through a window. Avoid reflective glare, don't chop off key edges, and don't zoom so far in that you lose context. Hey, can I take a couple quick photos to show my office so I can get you a price faster? I won't share anything private, and it only takes a minute. Now, the SMS estimate flow. Here's a 1-tap SMS you can use after you upload photos. Thanks. I've sent 3 quick photos to our estimator. Expect a written follow-up within 24 hours with options and price. Reply yes to schedule a same-day follow-up. Company name. That single-sentence approach tells the customer what to expect and gives an obvious next step. Pricing guidance. Don't quote a hard number in the SMS unless you're certain. Offer a range or an option-based estimate in the follow-up. The point of the photos is to accelerate a private, accurate estimate, not to lock into a guess. Use the photos to create a factual basis for a quick, remote estimate within 24 hours. The 7-day pilot. This is where you measure, not guess. Targets: 70% photo adoption on pilot job types, keep average added on-site time under 60 seconds, and convert 10% of pilot jobs to remote sent estimates within 24 hours. Assign an owner, operations manager or dispatcher, who reports daily adoption rates and flags roadblocks. Use a simple scoreboard, jobs with photos versus jobs without, average added time, and conversions. If adoption slides below target, pause and iterate. Training plan. 1 10-minute field demo where a lead tech walks 2 crews through the ritual, a 15-minute dispatcher briefing to explain photo checks and estimate timelines, and a daily scoreboard update for the pilot week. Keep the training short and practical. Show, don't lecture. Everyone should leave knowing the exact 3 shots, the consent line, and the SMS copy. Common objections and quick rebuttals. I don't have time. Point to the data. Average added time should be under a minute, and the conversion lifts pay for that minute in short order. Customers don't want photos. Use the consent script and exclude sensitive job types. Most customers say yes when you frame it as speeding up pricing. Photos are low quality. Train on distance markers and single light source, and add a 1-minute dispatcher quality check before sending an estimate. These answers keep the pilot from failing on predictable habits. Before I wrap, if you want the exact 3-photo checklist, the consent script, the SMS templates, and a pilot tracking sheet, there's a download on this episode's landing page. Grab the package and run the 7-day pilot as written. Also, if you haven't already, the free guide 107 Quick Wins for Home Service Businesses is at profitpulse.biz. That guide pairs perfectly with this tactic and gives other immediate ideas you can test. Quick recap: 3 photos, 90 seconds, 2-sentence consent, 1-tap SMS, and a tight 7-day pilot with measurable targets. Small on-site time investment, big upside in clarity and bookings. Try this with a handful of texts next week and watch how quickly it changes your estimate turnaround and booked follow-ups.
All right, that's it for today. Remember, small systems capture big opportunities. Turn more calls into booked jobs. I'm Jeff, and I'll catch you next time.